Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Today we are going to talk about poverty and the Kalam al Bayt alim sisters. Let's start by reflecting on a question. What does it mean to be rich? Is it just about having money? Or what does it mean to be poor? Is it only about lacking money? Today we are going to explore these questions through the wisdom of Ahlul Bayt alayhimus salam. Their lives and teachings offer us a deep insight into how we should view wealth, poverty, and our reliance on Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Now, some of us might have heard of the famous words of Imam Ali alayhi salatu wasalam from Nahjul Balagha. Imam said, "Whoever loves us, the Ahlul Bayt, should prepare to wear the garment of poverty." What does this mean? Does it mean that as a follower of Ahlul Bayt alayhimus salam, we are supposed to live in poverty, struggling to survive? Absolutely not. Poverty in itself is something not praiseworthy. Imam alayhi salam also said in another place, Allah has not struck his servants with a whip more painful than the whip of poverty. So, what kind of poverty is Imam Ali alayhi salam talking about? He is teaching us about Faqr ilallah, the ultimate dependence on Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It's a state of heart, not the wallet. Societies often measure success by how much wealth you have, what car you drive, or the lifestyle you maintain. But Islam gives us a different lens to look through. We are not told to reject wealth. Instead, we are taught to see wealth as a tool, a blessing, a responsibility. Islam doesn't ask you to give up earning or seeking financial independence. In fact, it's the opposite. The Prophet ﷺ said, "The best earning is the one earned by the efforts of your hands." Earning a halal income is not just encouraged, it's an act of worship. For example, many of us might be working in tech, business, or other fields, striving to make a living. Some might running small startups or studying to secure better opportunities. All of this effort is not just about survival, it's about building a life where you can contribute to society and help others. To understand this better, let's look at the lives of our role models, Salawatullah alaihim. Sayyidina Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam before prophethood managed the business of Mu'mineen Khadija salamullah alaiha, who was a wealthy businesswoman. Her wealth became a powerful tool to support the early Islamic mission. Even same Imam Ali alayhi salam worked hard digging wells and cultivating lands in Medina. His earnings often went to the poor and the needy. And the same Imam Hassan alayhi salam is known for his same Imam Zainul Abidin alayhi salam in Medina. For example, Imam Rida alayhi salam, despite his high position in the court of Mamun, he used his resources to benefit society, emphasizing that wealth is a tool for justice and progress of ourselves and for the society. So what do these examples teach us? They show us that wealth is not something to be ashamed of. It's not about how much you have, but how you use it. If you're earning through halal means supporting your family and giving back to your community, you are walking in the footsteps of Ahlul Bayt alayhimus salam. Revisit the idea of Faqr ilallah. This is not about lacking material wealth. It's about recognizing that we are always in the need of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It's about humbling ourselves and remembering that everything we have of wealth, health, and opportunities come from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Imam Sadiq alayhi salatu wasalam beautifully explained this idea. Imam said, True fakr is knowing that you are in the need of Allah in every moment. Whether you are a student struggling to pay tuition fees, an entrepreneur trying to grow a business, or a professional climbing the corporate ladder. Faqr ilallah reminds us to stay connected to Allah and Ahlul Bayt and trust them in every step. That Imam Salam also praised wealth when it is earned and used righteously. Imam Ali alayhi salam said, "A person who has a profession and earns from it is beloved to Allah." Rasulullah said, "The upper hand that gives is better than the lower hand that receives." These teachings encourages us to strive for financial stability and not just for ourselves but to uplift others also. The message is clear. Poverty is not something to be praised or sought for after. What the Ahlul Bayt alayhimus salam taught us is not to glorify material poverty, but to emphasize on Fakr ilallah, complete reliance on Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Strive for lawful earnings, be generous with wealth, support your family and community, and above all, stay humble and connected to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and Ahlul Bayt. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala guide us to live with dignity, generosity, and reliance upon Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and be staying connected to Imam Zaman alayhi salatu wassalam.